Well, hello, everybody. Hello. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the huddle, y'all. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Hello, man. It is so good. I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, indeed. What's going on? I am so happy to see all of you today. It is such a great day. I hope that you had an amazing day today. Why? Because you're simply amazing. And we're so happy that you all have decided to join in with us. We are getting ready to have such an amazing session tonight, episode tonight. So, of course, with everything, just wanted to give you guys some information here for those people who are like, well, what's up with the huddle? What is the huddle? So, the huddle is a virtual space for truth, love, and laughter. All right. So, that's what the huddle is all about. And I'm telling you, it is a joy to have truth to come from various people, various aspects of the world. And we are so thrilled that we have this opportunity to share this great news and join together and be together with people who are so awesome in their own special way. And definitely, yo, what's up to my Huddle fans? Yo, thank you, Huddle fans, for giving me your feedback. Thank you so much. I salute y'all. Yeah, for real. For real. I salute you all because definitely, it is such an honor to help other people. And we have something that's going to be amazing today. Got some people up in here. All right, let me just say hey to some of my Huddle fans as we're getting ready to get started. Here, oh my gosh, yo, yeah, what's up? This is my wife. I love you. Oh, thank you, sweetie, for your support. Thank you for being here. Yes, hey, it's huddle time. Hey. Absolutely, it is huddle time, man. I'm telling you, thank you so much, baby. I love you. And who else do we have so far? All right, yo, Kenny, my pop, what's going on? Hello, huddle. Hello, huddle. Absolutely, man. Listen, like I said, this is a space where we just love having fun. Love having fun. All right. So, of course, we have some good news to say and to share. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that we are on YouTube as well. Share this with your friends. Some people may not have a Facebook account, but definitely let them know that we are on YouTube and they need to like, share, subscribe. They need to, get that notification that we are going live. All right. This is the opportunity for people to come on in and to share. That is what we are excited about. Definitely. Yo, look who's in the house. Oh, another Huddle fan. Oh, what's up, sis? That's my sister, Carla. I love you. Thank you so much. Yo, Carla, I think we might have to have a Michael and family. Like we gonna have to just because they already know we loud and we like to have fun. So I don't know. We may have to do a special. All right. So yes, indeed, y'all. This is something that is so great. And before we get started tonight, we are going to have a quick commercial break, and then we're going to jump in because we got a lot to share with you guys tonight. All right. I'll see you soon. Hey, Huddle fans, got something on your mind? We want to hear from you. What topics are you craving? Email us, thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. Elevate your life vision. Thrive with us in the Huddle with Michael. We are live every other Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Michael Fulton's Facebook page. Email us your topics at thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. And yes, we'll see you in the huddle. All right, everyone. Okay, listen. Now, you all know exactly what to do, right? this moment, this time, we're going to have feedback from the audience. That's what sets us apart. Feedback from the audience. We love to hear what you all have to say concerning what we are talking about. And listen, see how my sister does? Like, let's make it happen. And see, we about to have a crazy time. So we're going to make it happen. We're going to get things together, and they'll have like Michael Family and Friends Day or something. We're gonna work with it. So y'all stay tuned. All right. So listen, as always, we are looking at what we are talking about in the month of August. And as we notice, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about purpose and passion. Purpose and passion. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. So without any further delay, y'all know I have a special guest, and he is amazing. My dear brother, my friend. All right, y'all. So here we go. Let's bring up Mr. Jody Donaldson.
Hey, how are you doing, Michael?
Yo, Jody, I am doing very well, man. I'm doing super. I'm happy. Life is good. And, my wife made me some homemade caramel macchiato.
Oh, fancy. Wait, is that a skinny caramel macchiato, sugar-free syrup, and non-fat milk? I couldn't resist, man. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, it's not.
Hey, that's the good kind then.
Yeah. This is the good kind, man.
Nice.
Y'all, we are so thrilled to have Jody with us again tonight. And Jody, we would like for the people who may not have been here for the last episode, we would love for you to introduce yourself and tell us all about you.
Oh, man. Well, first off, I'm so happy to be back. Thank you for having me back. I felt like we had a great conversation the last time, and I feel like this one's going to be just as good. I'm excited for it. Just for those that don't know, I'm Jody Donaldson. I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. I've been here about 4.5 years, moved from the DC area, grew up in Northern Virginia. I got a lovely wife. I got 3 kids. I got 3 grandkids, and just super blessed. I work for state government on my full-time job, but I also am owner of a fitness studio in Cary, North Carolina. I've also written a book that was kind of a passion project of mine, and I am starting to in pre-launch of a podcast. So got a lot of things going on, but it's because I have a lot of interest and kind of what our topic is today, passion, right? I got a lot of passions.
Man, woo-wee. Well, Jody, I tell you, the passion is there, the fire is there. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, like Jody said, he has a book, and I need y'all. Now, I already know some people have directly emailed me and said, Mike, from the last episode, I'm getting his book. So I'm going to share the wealth here. Ladies and gentlemen, the name of Jody's book is The Progress Zone. The Progress Zone. Jody, you want to give a little blurb about your book?
Yeah, thank you very much for this. It was something that I just felt was super important to kind of put out there. It's not really like a storybook. It's more of a guidebook, right? And being in the progress zone, it's all about little steps with intentional purpose to continue day to day to be the best version of yourself, right? Whether it's mindset, whether it's physical, your physicality, whether it's your mental health, whether it's your spiritual health, whether it's relationships, emotional intelligence, you name it. We touch on so many different topics in there because all of that is what's important for us to be well-rounded and to be the best version of ourselves.
Absolutely, indeed. Absolutely. And with this book, you all, it is directly an easy read. It flows so well. I can tell you honestly, I have benefited from the book. And if you were in our last episode, you definitely heard some excerpts from this book because your boy has the book. Okay. Yes. And yeah, man, and Jody, I have my nephew to read it, and he's only in 9th grade, and I had him to, and I'll shout out his name too. Shout out, what's up, Noah? And and so I had him to read a chapter, and the first chapter, and I said, "What do you think about this book?" He said, this is a good book." He's like, I like it." I'm like, "Okay, great." And then after that, I was like, "Listen, I'm thinking about just establishing a book club where we are just able to just dive in and really just embrace the knowledge that is given to people all around the world." And so, I'm definitely promoting this one. Y'all get this book, The Progress Zone, and you will not regret it. Listen, Jody, you got some people saying hello to you. Kenny.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, man? Welcome back. You were here last time. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, man, we have Lenora here. Oh, man. Good evening. The Progress Zone sounds very interesting, and I like that it is a guidebook. I also love the various topics. See? Told you. Oh, this is so great.
Lenora.
Yes, indeed. Mike, you are doing great, and Jody is definitely a top-tier guest. Absolutely, absolutely, Lenore. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Oh, man, listen. Look at Kenny.
What? Kenny, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We'll have to figure out a way to get it signed for you.
Right. Go, Kenny. Go, Kenny. Oh, man. Listen, I'm telling you, our fans are on fire. They are chapping it up. Yes, a book club, the Huddle Book Club. Ooh, okay, Lenore.
I like it.
Hey, I think we might have to do this. So I got the Family and Friends Day and the Huddle Book Club. Man, I'm telling you.
You're going to be busy.
I'm going to be busy. This is what we're talking about. Passion for real, right? Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know right now that our next episode is going to be Friday, September the 5th. On YouTube and Facebook. So September the 5th, Friday, is going to be our next episode. So be ready for that. And Jody, I think we are directly ready for our session tonight.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right, here we go, my friend. So we're talking about purpose versus passion. Purpose versus passion. And so we're going to start with the foundation question here. Jody, my question to you would be, man, when we talk about purpose and we talk about passion, how would you personally define purpose and passion?
Yeah, great question. I think this is a topic that folks use interchangeably. They think it's all aligned. Sometimes it's not. But for purpose, I think is our why, right? I feel like it's the deeply rooted reason we get out of bed in the morning. Right. It's tied to our values, service, and the impact that we want to leave behind. Right. It's steady. Even when things get tough, our purpose is our why. I think passion is kind of the fire and the excitement. Right. So it's the curiosity and the joy we feel in the moment. Right. So we get excited about something. Like, I'm passionate about this and I want to do it. It fuels that energy. But that can also ebb and flow depending on what's going on with our lives, right? So you can be passionate and excited, but is that going to sustain you long term? Probably not. That's where the purpose, I think, is the why and the foundation that keeps you on that right path.
I really believe in that too, because even I know people in our audience, they would love to chime in as well. And audience, please do, because in the huddle, it's all of us. We all have passion. We all have this desire, this purpose. And yeah, they can be interconnected as well. But Jody, you said two words here. You talked about motivation, which would be part of the passion. One thing that I want to directly say about, purpose is very objective. It's a goal. It's a target that, we want to reach. And I also understand that purpose in my life has been tied to some type of meaning, right? Some type of meaning. And so with the motivation and longevity, let's switch to this here. So talking about motivation and longevity. Do you think following your passion can sustain you through challenges as much as pursuing your purpose can?
Mm, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's a
mhm.
deep one. I think passion can carry you for a while, but I think the purpose carries you for your lifetime. And that purpose can change as you go through different seasons of your life, right? But it's the foundation and the core. And you said it, motivation. Like motivation could be part of that purpose, but I think the passion, because it comes and goes, and you can be passionate about something one season of your life, and then something changes and passionate about. That's not long-term sustainable. I don't think you want to have both, and you want to try to keep them as aligned as much as you can. But I think that the purpose is really the principle, and it kind of becomes your anchor. When you get excited by other passions.
Mm. Yeah. And I think that many times people notice that they are internally changing. Almost like, as a kid, you probably, some people didn't like broccoli or greens.
Right.
But then when they got older, their taste bud changed. And now all of a sudden they can't stop eating broccoli or greens. Uh, I think it's imperative that as we are going through the hustle and bustle of life, that we become very sensitive to the different stages and phases of our lives, because we can really. I love Lenora. She has the Pivot magazine. She has the Pivot podcast as well, and the Pivot organization, and she talks about how we have to navigate changes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do not take out the opportunity to literally invest in the change, right? And just like people who are couples, if you're in a relationship, hey, you can't, everyone is changing. You can't operate on the first time that you saw the person and be like, that's how they're going to be from now on, because because they change, right?
Right.
So definitely, and the passion, I tell you, this was such a great question here. Um, Passion can sustain us through challenges only by attaching with the emotion. The emotion changes.
Yeah.
But if you know your purpose, the goal that you are intending to meet, it is not going to be dictated by your emotions. It's going to
Right.
be dictated by your consistency and by your ability to say to yourself, I'm going to accomplish this no matter what. You
Right.
know, yeah, this is good. Mary, hello. Mary says, hell, absolutely. That's what I'm talking, Mary Matthew.
Right.
Thank you. All right, so Jody, here, let's talk about as we move forward into this life alignment. Man, this is so perfect. Like this topic is so perfect here. Dealing with life alignment, how, the question is, can someone's passion ever lead them away from their true purpose? And what might that look like in real life? So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, because we're gonna dig into this, because the question really helps us to think about, hey, is my passion leading me away from my true purpose?
Yeah.
Right? So talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. To answer the question, I think absolutely. I think passion can be intoxicating, right? It's exciting. It kind of gets you maybe a little off your foundation, and then you're like, oh, let's do this, right? But you might chase something because it feels thrilling in the moment, but could it distract you from your true calling? Yeah, I think so. It's like running fast, but in the wrong direction, right? You're moving, but you're not going toward what your true purpose is, right? So I think it does. I think it can. Do you feel the same way? Like, how do you think?
Listen, I really do believe that passion, if we're only moving through the emotional part, it can lead us away.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, now Jody, Jody, for those of y'all who don't know, Jody, I go to his gym and I work out. There are times where my emotions are like, you know what, I don't feel like going today. I
Right.
really don't. And that emotion leads me away from my true purpose.
Right.
Right. And
100%.
so, yeah. So I had to, that's why I said, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but check this out. That's why it's so good to have an accountability team. Because whenever your emotions are leading you away, you need someone to draw you back in. You need to be looking at the community that's around you, and the community that's around you, it should motivate you to overcome that emotion that would stagnate you.
Right.
Because I have to admit, man, sometimes after working with kids all day, I'm educated.
I'm sure.
Woo! I'm telling you. And I'm like, man, I'm tired. But what makes me go to the gym is the community that I have, the community that's there, and the people that's there. They're looking for my presence. I'm looking for their presence. And their presence and my presence are exchangeable gifts. We bring life to each other. And so that, I think, as we move forward, this is why it's imperative that we start looking and noticing how our passion sometimes can lead us directly away from our purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's being aware, right? It's just being aware, like paying attention to what you feel is pulling you in the moment, right? And is it pulling you away from what you're truly supposed to be doing, or your foundation, which is that deep rooted purpose that you hope you have in some way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you try to manage everything, you're going to have to really, really know that you can't manage. And when I say this, I'm saying it abstractly.
Yeah.
You can't just manage any and everything. You have to really, really intentionally say to yourself, where am I going right now? Why am I feeling this way right now? Take out the time to really discern and evaluate how your emotions are. Because one thing for sure, if anything, if it's too easy, it may not be worth that much.
Yeah.
But if it's something that we know has a great value, has a great price at the end, then absolutely you need to have someone who is going to push you to do and to accomplish it. Absolutely. Yep. Woo, man.
Love it.
Man, listen, I told you, Jody will pull you in, y'all. Jody, listen, to the Huddle fans, if y'all have questions, please ask Jody. Yeah. This is not a Jody and Mike conversation. Y'all are in here. I love what Mary said. Mary said, wow. Mary said, yo, wow, that's a deep question. Yeah, Mary, it totally is. Like, that's why we still on it.
Yeah, those are ones you can't just zip by and have a quick answer. I mean, it's a lifelong thing, right? Like we all go through it, and we all have those different seasons, and we're all being pulled in different passions and excitements. And then we're also looking at what's important for our purpose now, right? Our purpose might change, and then that we'll get into that more, I'm sure, later. But yeah, I mean, so.
Absolutely. Let's go to this one here. I want to talk about career and calling. And I want to give a shout out to my team who puts these things together and helps me to do this. So shout out to the Huddle team. I love y'all. So definitely dealing with this. Let's look at this question. If you had to choose between a job that fulfills your passion but pays less versus one that aligns with your purpose but offers more stability, which would you pick?
Man, what's that? These questions, it's harder this week. What's going on? I love your team and all, but come on, they're making us think hard.
Man, we try to go in, but we want us to get that
We're
critical
deep in there.
thinking.
Yeah. My head's already hurting thinking about it, right? So I mean, I think I would choose purpose with stability, right? Not
Okay.
because money is the goal, but because the stability, I think, creates the platform so that we can fully live out our purpose, right? Where a job purely for passion, but without a strong foundation, I think it can kind of leave us scrambling, right? Like, because it's going to ebb and flow, right? It's going to be exciting in the moment or whatever. But if we had a job for purpose, I think it gives us that stability and direction so that then we can also pursue our passions because we have the stability and foundation. I think perfect example, and I hope I'm not overstepping here, but like you're a teacher, right? I do government work. I have a purpose to serve my community and be a public servant, just like you're serving the students and you're serving your community, right? Does it make us the most money? No, it doesn't. I can tell you right now, we could go make money in the private sector a lot more. And yes, it would be a different role and a lot more, it'd be totally different, but that's the purpose is what we're doing, but it's allowing us to do our passions, the huddle, my gym. Like it's allowing us to do the things that we want to do that we're passionate about because we have that stability and that foundation. That's kind of how I see it.
Wow, man. I wonder what my Huddle fans are thinking. What are y'all saying out there?
What's the audience say? We need to know.
They probably saying, not tonight. These questions are too deep.
Yeah. They might be having an adult beverage somewhere we don't know about.
I'm telling you, they're like, good, y'all going. But really, and I mean, this question is really, really stirring something on the inside.
Yeah.
Carla says, "That's good, Jody." Call it like, yo, that's good. I mean, she like that. Felicia, my wife, says, hey, great answer. All right, I need y'all to be saying something too now. All right, so
I want to know what they think. Come on now, because that's a hard question. Because I don't think not everybody will do it the same way, right? Some might just say, I want to go work. I want to do my passion. I want to work with animals in a farm, in the field. Like, what do you think? I want to hear it. Come on.
I want to hear too. Listen, my wife, she said these questions are definitely deep. They deep in thought. I'm gonna stop because when I was thinking about this question too, I was like, I don't know, man, because now with our economical strain that we're in today, pursuing your purpose. I have to say that it's really creating it's going to create a sacrifice. I mean, it creates a sacrifice anyway, but within our dynamic and our culture that we are in right now, it definitely you have to strategically move into what you want, and it can't be by passion. It has to be by intentional movement. And I've heard one of my mentors, Dr. Harris, would say, is everything that you do, you have to do it with an intentional purpose and look and have a 2, 3, 5 year plan, right? And so one thing that I'm looking at right now is, yes, as an educator, everybody knows. Now, that's a sad thing when I'm talking to 8th graders and they're saying to me, why are you being a teacher? Why? You don't get that much money.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, y'all don't have to remind me because now I feel like I'm about to put a whole test on you, right? Yeah. But I mean, so some of them, when they hear like, why are you doing this and you're not making that much money? My dad makes more money than you. How are you doing this? And so sometimes I'm like, you know what? I need to find me something else.
Yeah.
But when I start thinking about my true purpose, I think about the stability of peace that I have, the stability of order that's in my life. And so let me listen. I can keep going, but we got some people in here now, but they have responded. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Carla says, well, how long will the passion last?
Amen. Yeah. Right. It ebbs and flows. It comes and goes. Right. Like it's exciting right now, But when something gets hard, do you not think that passion goes away pretty quick when you're like, oh, I'm losing money or something's not working right? Like, man, that's the first ones that say, I need some stability. What's my real purpose, right? So.
Yeah. And that's the thing, even with, when we in relationships, you go through that honeymoon phase and you're like, oh yeah, everything you do, I just want to be with you. And then I was like, look, why are you looking like that? What's happening?
Stop chewing your food so loud.
Exactly, right? So that passion, man, you got to go back to your purpose of why y'all was together,
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Man, Kenny says purpose can be fulfilling.
True.
Absolutely right on that.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
And sometimes it aligns with your passion. So that, I mean, if they align, that's great. But I think it's important to make sure we understand the difference, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, because you know your purpose. Yep, you do, Michael. Yep. You're changing lives in those young minds.
Hey, trying. Carla says, listen, you hit it on the head, Jody. When it goes, I'm ready to go.
When it gets tough, right? Ain't no fun. That passion was great. I wanted to run a hot air balloon business or something, and then balloon crashes and burns down, and oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, man, listen, I love traveling, but I'm like, wait a minute, I might just not go, And so here, Kenny says, passion does ebbs and flows. Yep. Okay. Makes sense to me.
Good. Then we're on the right track. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. Felicia said she would select a position that aligns with her purpose because she knows that she is doing what she was created to do. But then as time permits, she would do what she is passionate about, and she feels it's possible to do both.
Love it. Exactly right. If we have that stability of our purpose and we're grounded in that, then it allows us the freedom to think about what are our passions and how can we fuel that, right?
Yeah.
Love that. Man. Love that, Miss Felicia.
Ooh, yes. Okay, wifey, get it. I love that. Okay, now, listen, y'all. We are getting ready to go into a short commercial break. This is the Huddle with Michael. So definitely, y'all, get you some coffee, get you something to drink, and enjoy this commercial break. And we'll see you we'll come right back after this. Hey, Huddle fans, got something on your mind? We want to hear from you. What topics are you craving? Email us, thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. Elevate your life vision. Thrive with us in the Huddle with Michael. We are live every other Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Michael Fulton's Facebook page. Email us your topics at thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. And yes, we'll see you in the huddle. And we're back. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. Now, Jody, before we move forward, Carla has a question here.
Sure.
And Carla's question is, what do you say to one who doesn't know their purpose?
Wow, that's a good question. And I don't know that I have, I think the answers can be a little bit different. I think it's what are your beliefs and your foundational core of who you are and what you need and values, things like that kind of create who you are as a person. And then does that equate into some type of role, work, balance of where you need to be? Because I think that the purpose is really that foundation. And I think that foundation's in all of us. I think we just have to look at it and what are our morals, our values, our beliefs, and our systems. And then it might take a while to find that right? It might just be like, this is going to sustain and do what I got to do to take care of my family and provide and be there for those in my life. And then that might change. You might be able to grow with that. I think it also too, that purpose could change depending on where we are in our season of life, right? Like, I think that we have to listen to that and be attuned to that. But if our core beliefs and values are wrapped up into what that role would look like, I think that's kind of an anchor for us.
I was thinking about what you said in your book, and I'm gonna say this. So, it's the type of mindset that we have, because when you go back to what you said earlier, like a person who feels like they don't have purpose, they don't feel like that they are their existence is doesn't really quite mean anything. It's because of the mindset. Jody says on page 14, and I will read this. There's a difference between a victim mentality, a fixed mentality, and an ownership mentality.
Yes.
Man, we can go into this. Okay, so Jody says, y'all, I'm telling you, this is a fixed mentality believes that abilities and intelligence are static traits that cannot be significantly developed. They tend to avoid challenges, give up easily, see efforts as fruitless, and feel threatened by the success of others. Now, some people really think that, because it didn't work the first time, it didn't work the second time, that, it must not be for me. And then that will rob them of their purpose. But, you have to just help them to think about, their mindset. How are they thinking at this? For those of you who are just joining us, welcome. I am reading Jody's book there it is. Jody's book right now. I am directly on page 14 for the book club folks who has the book. All right, but look, now the victim mentality, he says this mindset involves believing that eternal factors are responsible for one's problems, leading to a sense of powerlessness and avoidance of personal responsibility. It hinders growth by preventing individuals from looking inward and making necessary changes. So again, for the person who says like they don't know their purpose, it's all about really the mindset that they're in. And now I'm gonna go with ownership mentality. He says that shifting away from a victim mentality involves taking responsibility for your actions and outcomes. By recognizing your role in your success and failures, you can make proactive changes that drives personal growth. So it goes back, get this book, y'all. I'm telling you, it goes back to the fact, Carla, that some people you just have to ask them, like Jody said, what are your values? What makes you excited about you when no one else is around? What makes you excited about the fact that you got up today? Yeah, you may have some pain in your body, but what makes you say, okay, even though I have pain in my body, what drives me not to stay stuck in that pain and do something within the day? So Colin, that was a good one. Good Lordy. That was a good one. So we hope that we gave you something, Colin, that, we're able to share and help people, because some people, they do feel like that they don't have a purpose.
Yeah.
Or
they're stuck with what purpose they thought they had before. Doesn't mean your purpose can't change. Purpose can change, but just be aware of it, right? So that's part of that being stuck too. Like if you don't know, it doesn't mean that you won't figure it out, or it doesn't mean you won't find it. just dig deeper into some of those things that are at your core.
Man, which leads us to the next part about growth and change.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Carl. Yeah, perfect segment, right?
Perfect.
Okay, so here we go, Huddle fans. Here is the question.
Yeah.
How can your purpose change over time? We just talked about that.
Yeah.
And can your passion evolve to match it?
Yeah. Yeah. I love it, right? We just said this, right? Purpose isn't always permanent. Life experiences or different seasons, hardships, right? I mean, we all have them in different ways. Also passions evolve as your perspective grows, right? So your passion's even evolving, not just your purpose, right? I think the key is giving yourself permission to outgrow your old definitions of what your purposes should have been, right? Just grow. That's that mindset, right? That growth and ownership mindset, being able to know that there's something that you can do to make a change. You can't change some of the things that happen to us. You can't change the environment, your bosses, your commutes, whatever it is. There's things we can't change, illness, things like that. But what you can do is, what can you do in that moment to take some of that power back? I think that's key.
Wait a minute, Jody. You just wait a minute. Calm down. Wait. You said give yourself permission to grow.
Outgrow your old definitions. Yeah.
To outgrow your old definitions
of purpose. Yeah. Of what it was. We're evolving, man. We are evolving humans, and we need to keep fueling that, right? The moment you don't and you become stagnant, it's over. I mean, what are we doing, right? Our future self, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, is hoping and praying that we're going to continue to evolve, right? Mm-hmm. If we're the same person we were 5 years ago, that's sad. All of us need to be changing and growing.
I was looking at your Instagram, one of your motivating messages that you gave to everyone. And you said something to the fact that what we do today will please your future self. Yeah. It's like you see yourself down the road, but doing what you need to do to get there will absolutely cause us to really, really be able to know that those sacrifices, those openness to say, I'm changing for the better, so that we can actually not just dream about our future self, but possess the future self.
That's right. Woo! Manifest it.
Yes. Carla says, oh my goodness. Carla. She says this, dig deeper.
You digging.
Felicia says, that's good, Jody. Change in purpose is definitely not something people often take into consideration.
True.
Absolutely.
Yes, you just feel like that. This is what I'm meant to do, right? Doesn't mean it can't change.
Yeah. Because we can operate. And that's the thing we got to give. Jody, I love when you said, give yourself space to remove the old definition of your purpose, of what you used to do, how you used to be. You get older at times and at times. And there are certain things that you just, you used to do, but you can't just get stuck in what you used to do. You and I have the power of creativity. There's a space there that we're now able to say, okay, I can't do what I used to do, but now I can create something that I can do.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter if someone else like it or not. It's about, are you fulfilling your divine purpose of the new phase that you're in?
That's right.
Woo, man.
Embrace it. I love it.
Kenny says, graduate with, I'm done.
I love that right there. Kenny, that is solid. Wow. That's true. That's perfect.
I'm going to have to use that.
I love that.
You know what? We might have to use that. Graduate within your purpose.
That's right.
Oh man. Oh man. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Knowing that, your purpose can change over time. And, yes, we are able to have this influence and impact for our entire people, people that are around us. We are able to really impact them. And one thing that I like is listen, Joanne Brady. Hello, Miss Brady. She says, awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you in the huddle. So, we're talking about influence and impact. So, Jody, here's the question. And this is for the huddle fans as well. So, get ready, y'all. Y'all should be typing. I want to hear from you. Do you believe your purpose should serve others, or is it enough for it to simply fulfill you?
Mm. That's tough. I think it's super clear, right? The most powerful purposes always serve others, period. Ooh. Right? Fulfillment, I think, matters. But when you tie your purpose into helping people, man, you're impacting multiplies, 10x. I mean, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I think that's a no-brainer. So the self-fulfillment could be your fuel, right? Like, oh, gives me energy and recharges me to do it. But the serving others is that ripple effect that you're creating across things that you might not even see.
Absolutely. Good Lord. This is so, man, I'm listening to you and I'm gonna have to go back and look at this replay. I'm gonna have to, because this is where I believe every person that is going to be watching and those that are here, we're in a moment in our lives right now where we are. My wife, she gonna laugh at this because I've been using this word a lot. We are in a moment of pivoting.
Yeah,
we can't deny that our society is definitely changing, but it is an aggressive change. Like by the time you go to sleep and wake up the next morning, something totally different has taken place. And so knowing that our purpose, yes, it is to me, it is to serve us individually. But when you put the tag on helping others as an attachment to it, you become a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, Jody, is that we don't have to have a super big fan club to operate in our purpose and to help others. And I think in our society, because we are so social media in tune, that sometimes we fail to remember that the person next door to you could be your greatest fan of service, because you're going over there to check on them. You're going over there to just say, yo, I just want to make sure you good. How your children, let me tell you, before I came on tonight, oh my God, I'm trying. I hope I don't cry. Before I came on tonight, Jody, my nephew sent me an Instagram message, and I've since school started, I've checked on all of them, and I'm like, I'm saying, hey, I just want to make sure you got on the bus today. Have a great day and learn something new. And so sometimes, they'll be like, oh my God, Uncle, please, like, how many, we know you say, my niece, she says this, you say this all the time. So I stopped, right? I was like, okay, it's getting kind of old. I'm going to stop. Out of the blue, my nephew, and I shout out Jeremiah, sent me this Instagram. And the Instagram literally said, to those of you who have family that are reaching out to you and checking on you, you congratulate, support them, and love on them. And say thank you. So watch this. Sometimes the generation that we're serving, they may not literally say thank you out of their mouths. They may use an Instagram motivational clip or a YouTube clip or a song or a picture to say, hey, I am saying thank you in my own special way. And man, when I received that, because I just thought it was going to be a random Instagram thing. Man, when I would see that, water. I
I
started
bet
getting,
those onions were chopping, right?
yeah, buddy. My wife was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Jay just messed me up, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell him he can't do that."
I love that though, right? Like that's what it's about. They're always listening. You don't know who needs to hear something, or you pass somebody on the street and you just smile at them. Like, my gosh, the world could use so much kindness, right? Like, just smile and you might be changing someone who's having a horrible day, right? Like, it's some of the simplest stuff. So I'm glad you had that experience, and good job, Jeremiah. Way to make your uncle happy and sad at the same time.
Right. Okay. And listen, Felicia says, I believe that as we serve others, it will lead to fulfillment. I love that, Felicia, how you said it will lead us. So in order for something to lead us, it has to be in front of us. It has to be the forefront. And serving is the forefront that calls us to be led into fulfillment. Ooh, for
Love
Felicia. I like that.
You did her homework. Did you give her these questions ahead of time? Come on.
Listen, oh man. Joanne said, you can't do purpose without serving others that Jesus served us as well. Yeah, absolutely. You have to do that. Once you do that, you'll see that your purpose is being fulfilled. Felicia, okay, see, this is what we call the A plus category. We should always do it with the intent of putting others first, within reason, of course.
Sure.
Okay.
I like it.
And I'm gonna draw. What, Jody? What do you think when she says, within reason, of course?
Well, I think you've got to make sure that you can take care of yourself and your situation to then be able to serve others, right? It's kind of like the whole thing with the airplane mask, right? Like, the oxygen falls, you got to put it on you before you can help those around you, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's within reason, just as long as you're able to do it. So
Absolutely. That is so true. Listen, Joanne says so true. And Felicia's laughing because I'm telling you, she's giving us that AIG response, like, okay. All right, y'all. We are definitely just moving right along here. We are just looking at, but when we talk about conflict, many people don't talk about this. We don't really sit down and say, okay, let me strategize on how of having a conflict resolution plan or strategy.
Right.
So my question is, what should you do when your passion and your purpose seems to be in conflict?
Yeah. I think the first thing you got to do is pause and get clear on what are your non-negotiables.
Ooh.
Right? Like, you go back to your value and your cores and you say, what's the cost if I choose passion here? What's the cost if I choose purpose? And then weigh them against your long-term vision, right? We talk about those foundational things that create that purpose. Sometimes you can blend them, but other times I think purpose still should take the lead in that.
Well, I mean, Jody, I think you answered that directly. Like, that's what's up. Look, Joanne said yes.
Miss Brady, I appreciate that.
Oh man, Felicia said exactly, Jody. You got it. LOL. I mean, for real, take the time to pause. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, Jody. So here's another one. Let's talk about self-discovery. All right, and so here, my question is, which do you think people discover first? Do they discover passion first or purpose? And can you explain why?
Oh man, these questions this week, I'm telling you, it's hard. Oh, I think
got water beside my coffee.
I tell you, yeah, double fisting that different drinks there, right? Just keep them flowing. I think most discover passion first, and I think because it's louder, it's flashier, it gets us excited. Right. And so it's easier to recognize in the moment. Just like the question we had from the audience before that said, what if you don't know what your purpose is? Right. So I think you discover that passion first, But then that's where you've got to start answering all those questions we've kind of talked about, right? Like, what are the non-negotiables? Does this going to work? Where's it leading me? Am I on the right path or running in a different direction? So I that's how I think it is. I think you can stumble into your passion overnight just because something comes up and you're excited and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. But then over time, you might be like, yeah, this ain't going to work.
Listen, man, my wife and I, we talk about this often, when she was like, you have done so many different types of businesses along the way, and I've been with you throughout all of them. And, it's like you get emotionally excited about, oh yeah, this is a good thing. And oh, no, this is a good thing. And until you really start digging in and say, wait, I can't just randomly do things. It's time to be settled. It's time to be purposeful.
Sure.
And so I do agree with you that as I reflect, yeah, man, passion is attractive.
It is.
Jody, you're gonna have to have another book. You have to put that in there. You have to put that in there. Passion is attractive and flashy. Woo! And because of that, it really can change, just like fashion changes over time.
Yeah.
Man, and so definitely. Oh man, listen, we got Kenny says you might discover your purpose by accident.
That's true. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no definition of how purpose is found. We all have our different paths, right?
Man, no definition how purpose.
Wait, we need Kenny's other phrase too in there. Graduate into purpose, or graduate into what was it? That was
graduate within your purpose.
Love it.
Man, hold on. Let me
give Kenny credit on that one.
Yeah, there go Kenny right here. There it is.
Graduate within your, yeah, there it is.
Woo, Kenny!
Oh, truth bombs tonight.
Oh, you know what? Jody, I'm going to start using that. I'm gonna call it truth bombs coming through. Thank you, Jody. I coined.
Kaboom. You need to get a kaboom sound. Yeah, it'd be like boom.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are having a blast here. We have to go through a commercial break, but stay tuned. We have one more part that we want to pour in and talk about. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Hey, Huddle fans, got something on your mind? We want to hear from you. What topics are you craving? Email us, thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. Elevate your life vision. Thrive with us in the Huddle with Michael. We are live every other Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Michael Fulton's Facebook page. Email us your topics at thehuddlewithmichael@gmail.com. And yes, we'll see you in the huddle. Absolutely, fans. Come on and send me your topics that you would like to hear and discuss in the huddle. And who knows, maybe you will be the one that will be on the stage. You never know. Definitely, we want to go back to the truth bombs. Felicia says, definitely, oh, I love that, the truth bombs. Yeah. Y'all spitting some big truth bombs tonight, for real. All right, Jody, this is the last one, my friend. Cultural perspective. Woo-wee.
Where's this one going?
Actually, yeah. This is gonna be a heavy one. So, how might different cultures and generation view the importance of passion versus purpose?
Yeah. I think about this, right? Think about our parents' generation and our grandparents' generation, right?
Yeah.
For generations to think about that, cultures too. You think about what's important within your culture or your family, right? So an older generation might be, it's all about responsibility and duty and long-term contribution, right? Where maybe some of the younger generations these days that have grown up in social media world and instant gratification, everything else, tend to lead toward the passion, right? Because they've been told, like, you know, do what you love. If you love what you do, it's never like a day of work, right? Like that sounds great, but that's not always how it works out, right? So I think the younger generation might be focusing more on the personal fulfillment or creativity or joy. And neither is wrong. I think the magic happens is when we learn from each other, and then we try to keep that open mind and that growth mindset of hearing it, and how can we incorporate that in us? So, right. So there's parts of our older generation or a different culture that has strict fundamentals and foundational core beliefs and things that are important for families and generations to share. But then I think it's also that we are open-minded to hear kind of what the younger folks are talking about, right? I mean, you see it in the workforce, right? Like you hear these poor, I don't even know what's the, not millennials, what's the next level down, right? There's all these different, they're saying like they don't want to work, you know, they're lazy and all these things that you hear like in the workforce, like you see articles on LinkedIn or things like that. And it's like, well, they just are coming up in a different time, right? Like our grandparents were fighting wars and in the military at 18 and having families at 20, you know, like, so it's just different.
Yeah, it is. I mean, especially when you talk about the baby boomers,
yeah,
you know, during that time, it was more like, okay, we work and we do what we need to do to help the family now. And even though that is still truth, but with the millennials, we kind of like said, okay, well, technology is advancing how we work.
Yeah.
And then now with, oh my gosh, you talk about Generation Z, Generation Alpha, you know, Generation Beta, you know, these kids are coming in with the advanced, I mean, they're coming in AI.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, well, and now we're trying to, you know, they're leading us in really many different factors. And we're trying to catch up with them. But at the same time, we are seeing a deficit in, okay, what does it mean to have integrity? What does it mean to really be honest and to be emotionally intelligent? So we can tell that there are some deficits there, but they are moving so much into their passion that sometimes I can see, even in 8th grade now, that that they don't have yet the discipline to know that it takes time to be developed.
Right. They're trapped in this world of instant gratification, right? I post something on social. How many likes am I getting right away? Is anybody paying attention, right? Like they've grown up in this world. And the reality is, and you know this, whether it's taking care of our mental health or going through school or whatever else, or taking care of our body physically and staying fit, it's discipline. It's showing up every day, and it's having the patience to know that it's going to take time. They don't have patience. It's, you know, it's quick. If you don't get somebody in the first like half a millisecond, boom, it's done. Kenny, yep. All right.
Kenny said he's a baby boomer. So, but it takes time for things to be developed. So, okay, so here we go. Legacy, man. Legacy. For real.
Wait, I thought you said that was the last question.
I know, but I had to do this. I had to do it because we were talking about, okay, the different generations. So now I want to ask you this question, my friend.
Yeah.
And Huddle fans, y'all can definitely reply.
Yeah, I want to hear everybody's on this one.
If you could only be remembered for living out your passion or fulfilling your purpose, which would you choose and why?
This one, easy for me. It's purpose, because purpose endures, right? Passion can inspire, right? It gets us jazzed, but purpose can change lives. Drink on that one. Listen, man, if my legacy is that I use my time, my talents, and my energy to make a lasting difference, then I've lived well. period.
Interesting, man, because you said purpose. Like purpose has, I want to use the word posterity embedded within
Yep.
it because you are directly bringing forth an opportunity for someone to, which I love, duplicate and expand.
Yeah.
Right. And then, however, when it comes to passion, it seemed like everyone has those humanistic emotions
Sure.
as they grow up, but not everyone determined to fulfill the purpose. So I think I'm going to answer this too. If I could be remembered for living out which one would I want to be remembered for, it would definitely be fulfilling my purpose. Um, and that goes with in our generation and beyond. And I will bring this to them to say that means it's not about how many likes you receive or how many likes you do not receive, how many followers you have, and how many followers you don't have. The quantity is not what drives you to fulfill your purpose.
Right.
It is your divine understanding that even though I may not have 50 million followers or 10 followers or 5 followers, I am doing what I have created to do. And the greatest follower is directly me knowing that I am accomplishing what I am called to do, what I'm chosen to do, what I am living out through to do. Ooh, that was good.
Man. Where's the kaboom?
Kaboom! I gotta get
right there, man. We got to get that sound effect.
I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Oh my gosh.
That's exactly right, man. I love it.
Oh man. What happened to my Huddle fans? Oh Lord.
They're bailing out on that question. They all like disconnect.
Oh man.
Just Brady. Yeah, true. See?
Absolutely. Okay. Oh, okay. Felicia says purpose because it will mean I lived a fulfilled life by serving others. People aren't usually remembered in a positive light for pleasing only themselves if the passion they had was of that nature. Oh, that's good.
That's true.
Wow.
That's selfish living, right?
Yeah. And that is what we don't want. We want to be directly making sure that we're living out our purpose and helping others because that is exactly what we have been called to do. Man, listen, Jody, this has been fun. It's almost like we want you to come back next time, man.
Hey, we don't want your folks to get sick of me yet. Come on. But I love being here, man, and I love your audience, and I love the participation and just really the deep, thought-provoking questions. I mean, this is a time where no matter what age you are or what you're going through, like all of us could be just being open to learning and growing and really just kind of having some of these conversations, right? It gets us to think, right? It keeps the juices going and making our mind be like, wait, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this my purpose? Like it just makes you pause.
It does. Look, we have April here. April says, fulfilling my purpose because it will help others along the way.
I like that. Miss Logan.
What's up, April cousin? That's my cousin. I'm so
nice.
Okay, cousin. Oh, Kenny says, okay, Pop, purpose because it must be effective for others.
Preach. Okay. I love it.
All right. Listen. Okay, Joanne says, this is good, sis. All right. And April said, love this. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how we do in the Huddle. We're inspiring others. This is a space for truth, love, and fun. Well, Jody, do you have any lasting remarks that you would like to share with our Huddle fans? Because I know you want me to say this one right here.
Yeah, that's it right there. Listen, I thank you so much for having me back. Thank you for the opportunity to just be here and have awesome conversation. I am all about being around good, like-minded folks that just want to continue to grow and learn. And no, I just thank you and graduate within your purpose and keep pushing, baby steps, progress, right? It's all about making those little intentional steps each and every day to be the best version of yourself tomorrow. That's it.
That's it. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be here next on the Friday after next. Friday, September the 5th, 2025 at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, y'all. Remember, in the huddle, we love you. We're so happy that you decided to join us today. And listen, remember, do things on purpose.
Thank you.
Y'all trying to have an after party. Listen, see, I'm telling you, the Huddle fans, y'all trying to have an after party with Jody right now. See,
I like it.
I like Jody.
Carla, I like that.
Felicia said this. Uh-oh, look at this. Kaboom.
See? We got Kenny on board now. I love it.
Man, I'm telling you, we are having too much
You better
fun.
find that sound before the next time you're doing that.
I will definitely get that sound, my friend, because that right there, truth bombs,
all day.
You coined that one right there. All right, y'all. I'm so happy. Listen, y'all, we are getting ready to end it. I know y'all want to have an after party, but definitely meet us next Friday, September the 5th. And who knows, Jody may show up again. We may have, different people. We never know who's going to be here, but you better be here. All right. Okay, y'all, take care. Have a great, great, great night and live tomorrow through your purpose. We'll see you next time.